Hi there, everyone. It's Jimclassic again, and this is going to be a different blog than what I was planning on doing. See, I was going to do a video about the new Ghostbusters 2016 trailer. Spoilers, not a huge fan. However, due to things beyond my control, my computer pretty much died. No! No! I think it's just an issue of replacing the RAM, but I still have to get around to doing that. Until then, my current video is just trapped within the computer. That being said, I'm going to use my other computer, which is not quite as up to date, which is kind of a step down for me, but whatever. So quick thing, minute review. I saw Batman versus Superman the other week, and I did like it. I mean, I can see why some people didn't like it, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought Ben Affleck killed it as Batman. Um, Lex Luthor was a little bit off-putting because he's just such a spaz in this movie, but at the same time, Superman and Batman were so serious and stoic, and at least Lex Luthor was kind of like, a little animated, brought a little bit of splash of color to what was otherwise a dark movie. I loved Wonder Woman. I really wasn't sure about Wonder Woman because I thought she was going to be, like, really shoehorned in there, but I thought she was included well enough. It wasn't that bad. Maybe a little unnecessary for the movie, but I thought her inclusion was okay. I thought her inclusion was a lot better than trying to shoehorn Cyborg, Flash, I forget the other one, but the part where Bruce Wayne is on the back computer and he looks up all that information downloaded off of Lex Luthor, that felt shoehorned. Aquaman, that motherfucker. So that felt shoehorned. But I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was fantastic, but I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. At the end of the day, Batman vs. Superman felt more like a part 3 than a part 2. Like, there should have been another movie somewhere in between Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman. I don't know what, but it felt like a part 3. So, oh, yeah, the death of Superman, that was kind of bullshit. I can see why some people did not like this movie. I totally get it, but I'm not that huge of a DC fan. I love the DC animated universe, Batman, Justice League, Batman Beyond. I loved those shows, and I still do like those shows, but I'm not that diehard of a fan that I'm gonna, lose my shit over it. But, it was okay. Moving on. So the main topic I would like to talk about, since I didn't really have a video planned, I don't really know what to talk about. I've already said what I wanted to say about Batman vs. Superman. I'm not doing a whole episode on that. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I don't know when I'm going to get my actual video ready to upload. So I got to think of something. And the only thing that popped in my mind is I kind of want to do like a mini toy review. And it's going to have to do with Smash Brothers. Because I posted, the last video I posted was a few rounds of Smash Brothers. I haven't played Smash in about a month, believe it or not, so I'm kind of feeling the itch. But I really want to talk about my Amiibo collection. I'm really a huge fan of the Amiibos that Nintendo has been producing for the Smash Brothers line. And they're just so freaking cool that I kind of just want to show them off. This might be just some harmless filler, but if you got a better idea. Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, I'm going to be talking about Smash Brothers Amiibos. So here you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my Amiibo collection. Now, I've been collecting these guys for the better part of a year, ever since they've been coming out. I haven't gotten all of the Amiibos. I don't plan on getting all of the Amiibos. But I also haven't gotten all of the Amiibos that I've been looking for. Some of the Amiibos that I want are don't exist yet because they don't come out until like later on this year, such as like Cloud and Bayonetta, or other Amiibos I just haven't been able to get my hands on because they never ever showed up in the stores, such as Rosalina or Samus. And now they're like, billions and billions of dollars, and you have to ask yourself, is it worth getting them? I'm not a good Samus player, and I'm not exactly a good Rosalina player, so it might not be worth buying them because I've tried to play them and I just can't seem to do it. So there's that. But I just wanted to talk about some of my favorites, and let's see what we got here. Well, I'll start off with my first. I know it sounds a little silly, but my first Amiibo was Princess Peach. Princess Peach is my best character in Smash. For me, she's one of the most fun ones to play. Can I focus? No, not really. Anyway, Princess Peach is one of my more fun ones to play. I've always played her since Melee, and she's been my main ever since. And for my Amiibo, for training her, I got her up to level 50. Getting them up to level 50 is not that difficult. Getting them up to level 50 and getting them good, that's the hard part. But I've trained my Peach Amiibo to the point where it's kind of better than me, and that's a source of frustration because I might win 1 or 2 matches, but then my Amiibo will beat me like 10 times in a row, and hey, that kind of happens. But I really like this Peach Amiibo. She's got a fun pose. She's kind of, this is her trophy pose when you beat Classic mode, but she also, it's just a fun, it's a fun little graceful princessy pose, and I like the paint, I like the detail, that little gold trim on the edge of the dress there. She just it's a nice, well sculpted little statue of Princess Peach, and the only thing I would have liked better about this is if she had like one of her turnips in her hands, and that's unnecessary. So I'm happy with this little Peach Amiibo. It's a fun little sculpt, and I like it. It might not be the fanciest one that I have, but I like it. So let's see what else I want to talk about here. Which other one of these Amiibos counts as one of my favorites? The answer might surprise you. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go with Rob here, or what was his acronym? Robotic Operated Buddy? I don't know. I never had a Rob as a kid. But this is Rob. And yeah, also he's pretty cool. He's a really cool little Amiibo guy. I'm a horrible Rob player, so my Rob Amiibo does kind of suck. It sucks real bad. But, hey, you can't be the best at everything. Hold on, let's do this. Oh, hey. I'll bring you down to my level. There we go. Hey, that could work for everyone, right? Right? This is good. This is good. There. Alright, Rob. This little robot guy. Look at him. Alright, now me, I always have a soft spot for robots. And Rob is no different. He's a very cool little sculpt. I love the detail that's like everywhere. Has a little on-off switch, which you can't, there we go. Has a little on-off switch. Little vents right there. I don't know what these dealies are, but they're dealies on both sides. You know, I love his eyes, his little optics, because they're little plastic, um, translucent blue. And if you catch them in the right light, they glow pretty well. No light piping or anything like you would see on a transformer, but it's if you catch it right, it looks good. But nice little robot sculpt everywhere. You know, he's just a nice detailed, early vintage Nintendo-esque kind of look to him, and it's interesting. He's one of the rare ones because one of his base is larger than the actual Amiibo base, which stores all of the information. But so this is one of the few which is larger than the base, and I think the only thing that would have made Rob cooler is if they had just gotten rid of the base altogether and just made this be the Amiibo component. I think that would have been kind of cool. It would have made Rob stand out a little bit more. But this is a cool little guy. I love him. There is no hating on Rob. All right, you cannot hate on my little Cylon buddy, because that's what I named him. That's what I named my Amiibo. His name is Cylon. Alrighty, let's see what else. Who else do I like? Let's see. Who is it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? Oh, you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna pick Roy here. I'm gonna pick Roy because Roy's our boy. That's a chant. That's not, I don't know. But Roy is from the Fire Emblem series. Fire Emblem, I don't know. Fire Embolism, I don't know. But Roy is one of those guys who just mysteriously showed up one day in Super Smash Bros. Melee, and everyone was like, who the hell is Roy? Who the hell is Marth? Nobody knows, and to this day I think it's still a mystery. No, but Roy was just one of those addict characters that you never knew existed until he showed up in a different video game. And I'm a terrible Roy player. I am an awful, awful Roy player. But I kind of picked him up as just kind of an impromptu thing. So I figured, what the heck. And Roy is really well sculpted. I mean, this is just some really cool armor this guy is dealing in. I love the look of the cape and the design of whatever this design is. I never played Fire Emblem a day in my life, so I don't know what this means. But it's just such a well detailed, nicely sculpted little statue that even if you're like me and you don't play Roy, just get him anyway because he's just so cool to look at. If you collect statues like myself, do it. And I'm just going to put Roy to the side here because I'm just going to go ahead and grab his buddy Ike. Actually, I really have no idea if they're buddies. Maybe in the games they hate each other. I have no frickin' clue. But this is Ike, and he is also from Fire Emblem. Now, Ike replaced Roy in Smash Bros. Brawl. See, he was in Melee, and then when Nintendo made Brawl, he was knocked out, and Ike pretty much replaced him. Marth, he's been in all of the Smash Bros. Games, except for the first one. But he's, which I don't own Marth because I'm not a huge Marth fan. I'm definitely an Ike fan. I'm okay with Ike. This guy might be my 5th best guy. Ike is fun to play as. But much like our boy Roy here, Ike is also looking pretty badass. He's got the cool cape. It's all torn and stuff. He's got an interesting crest. I see an axe and a thing and a sword and flag. And again, just a nice detail, a nice look overall. I like the nonchalant way he's holding the sword. I would have to say, if I were to guess, because like I said, never played the game, I would say Roy is probably like some kind of a royal knight, and Ike is probably some guy they got off the street and said, hey, you want to join our army? And he's like, sure, man, I'll fight. I don't know. Hey, tell me in the comment section if you know anything about Fire Emblem, because I don't. So, put these guys back. Oh, okay. Well, Roy. Oh, whatever, guys. Just do whatever you want to do over here. So let's see, who else? Who else? Who else? Okay, enough of that. Oh, hey, Bowser. Bowser! How can you not include a guy like him? Look at this guy. Look at his pose. This pose is awesome. He is just like, he is Ganon. I mean, Ganon. I keep calling him Ganon for no reason. Bowser. Bowser is ready to brawl. All right. Look at this guy. Look at that face right there, man. Bowser is freaking cool. This is a fun amiibo. You can even see little details in the shell. You see little scales in the skin. You know, Bowser is ready to fight, and he is ready to destroy. So, yeah, that's it for Bowser. I mean, what else can you say about Bowser? But let's move on. Since I had Ganon stuck in my head, we have Ganondorf. Well, the weaker version of Ganon, really. But, you know, whatever. Personally, I'd like to see Pig Ganon in the game, like, as a main player, like, just Pig Ganon with a trident and everything. That would be fan-frickin-tastic, but it's probably never going to happen. But anyway, now, I'm not the most fantastic Ganondorf player, but I'm good enough with him. Like, I would never take him into a tournament with me, that's for darn sure, but I have fun with him enough. But look at this guy. Look at Ganondorf here. I mean, this guy is probably the most detailed guy. He is the most detailed amiibo that I think I have in my collection. I mean, he's got like the fancy shoulder frilly things. The gauntlets look nice. I mean, look at that head. If you can see it, if that thing can... Look at that head. He's got braided hair. He's got like some stupid halo thing on the back of his head. Hold on. Of course it's not gonna, you know, it was just... Can't darn it? Okay, well, it was focused pretty well. Whatever. Alright. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, Ganondorf just has a really nice look to him. He looks badass. He's well detailed. And, like I said, probably the best well-sculpted thing that I have. And Ganondorf is badass and awesome. And, oh, hey, here's my wild card. Look at this. It's fucking Ryu, man. It's fucking Ryu from Street Fighter. Okay, show of hands. Who thought in a million years that Ryu would show up in Super Smash Brothers? Because I didn't see that coming. Personally, I would have liked to have seen Chun-Li, but whatever, you know, you take what you can get. But, so Ryu is a nice little battle-ready action pose right there. He's looking tough as nails, as he always does. And, you know, what else can I say? He's just really cool, and I'm really happy to have him in my collection because, like I said, who would have imagined, you know, like, look at this, Ryu versus Ganondorf. Okay, go. You know, like who would have thought that these two would just be duking it out, and then like all of a sudden Bowser just shows up, and like Ryu's like, oh shit, and they just start both beating him up, and then, you know, since he's Ryu, he's a good guy. He starts beating up Bowser, he knocks down Ganondorf, and he still wins anyway. But like, who would have imagined this guy in Smash Brothers? Not this guy. Okay? So, that's Ryu. Oh, okay. Here's kind of a cool one. Zero Suit Samus. Now, Zero Suit Samus, again, much like Roy, I am awful with her. I cannot play her. I have tried a billion times. It just does not work. I'm just not a Zero Suit Samus player. But overall, it's a cool action pose. I like the little shimmery shininess of her suit. The only thing that really kills it for me... Oh, sorry. The only thing that really kills it for me is this clear thing which is going up her leg. And, I mean, I get it if they needed it for the foot or something, but this just runs all the way up her leg, and I think it just kind of ruined the image for me a little bit, you know? That's my only detraction. Like, it's just that, I don't know. I don't like it. I really don't like it. But otherwise, Zero Suit Samus has nice colors, very nice action pose, and nice paint job with the whole shimmeriness of her outfit. So yeah, who's that? Oh man, who else? Who else do I talk about? Zelda. Princess Zelda, also a really nice sculpt, nice pose. I'm more accustomed to blonde Zelda. I'm not used to the brown hair. It's not brunette. It's not blonde. Brown-headed. Brown-headed. I don't know. I'm just not used to that hair color shade for Zelda. But, you know, it's a nice pose, very elegant, very Zelda-ish, as you would expect her to be. Very, you know, prim and proper, and nice little sculpt in the dress. It has a nice little detail everywhere. That's Zelda. Zelda. Okay. On to Lucas. Let's move on to Lucas. He's, again, from another game I never... I'm losing my voice. From another game I never played. I think that's Earthbound, Mother Earthbound, Earth Motherbound, whatever. But he's Lucas. He and Ness are buddies, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they're not buddies. I've never played Earthbound either. I don't have Ness, but I bought Lucas. I had to get him because he's kind of cool. But I'm not going to lie. I think I'm a little disappointed with Lucas. I find his pose very dull. He's got very simple shapes, very simple design, simple detail. I'm okay with simple, but I just don't like that, you know, pose. He's like, stop in the name of love. Okay, enough of that. But, like, it's just, I'm just not too fond of that pose. You know, he's got, like, these psionic powers. It should have been, like, like, he should have had a little special effect in his hand or something. Or at least have his stick, which he apparently eats in his victory thing. Whatever. But, you know, it's I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Gee, who else? Sonic the Hedgehog. I guess I'm talking about each of these. Which I wasn't really planning on doing. But alright, minute review. I like Sonic. Sonic is cool. I love his like action pose that he's got. This guy is in full sprint. This guy, he is going for the gold. This thing, the clear plastic stand, it kind of takes away a little bit for me, much similar to Zero Suit Samus, but I think I'm more forgiving with Sonic because I think it's mid-stride. I don't know. For me, this is less annoying than Zero Suit Samus, but it's still kind of annoying. But Sonic looks good. Out to Mario. He's pretty cool. Luigi. He's, you know, Luigi. He's a screwball. I killed Bowser. Link. Fun action pose, cool detail. Love the Master Sword. This is a cool action pose for Link. I like it. It works for me. Charizard, my favorite Pokemon ever. He is cool. Look at that. Look at that pose. He's ready to rip someone apart. Look at that. Very simple detail, but I like it. Mewtwo. Mewtwo is always cool. You know, I'm terrible with Mewtwo. I'm awful with him. But this is a really nice action pose. He's very, very smooth everywhere, very fluid. I think that's the best way to describe his pose. He is just fluid. Duck Hunt. I'm not good with Duck Hunt, but this is just a fun little playful pose, even though the dog is supposed to be killing the duck. But whatever. PacMan. How can you go wrong with PacMan? And look at that. Look at that. Look at PacMan. He's like, hey man, you're okay with me. Thumbs up, man. Okay? Alright? Stay beautiful, Internet. Okay? Look at me. I'm the Pac-Man. Stay beautiful. Okay. 8-bit Mario. Super Mario Brothers 30th. And this is obviously the Mario sprite from the original game. It works on Mario Maker, which I don't have, but it also works on Smash, which I do have. And it's cool. It's very cool seeing a 3D version of a 2D sprite. This is really cool. I dig it, man. I dig it. And it's heavy. This thing, I could probably beat a person with this. I'm not. I probably could. Who else have I? Oh, okay. My last one. Mr. Game & Watch. My little 2D buddy here. Now, Mr. Game & Watch, this guy, he is my second best character. And I like to refer to him as Game & Watch the Destroyer because that's what he does. He destroys, he kills, he murders, he maims, because he is Game & Watch the Destroyer. Anyway, so obviously not a lot of detail. He's very flat, as a Game & Watch should be. And the cool thing about Game & Watch is, since everyone else here is so detailed, most of these guys are detailed, but a lot of these guys are so detailed and have a lot of good action poses and stuff, but there's Game & Watch. Game & Watch is limited. So this is what they did. And I love this. I love this idea that they did. I can remove Game & Watch, and I can replace him with something else. Another action pose. And then we start all over again. Look at that. He's dancing. Maybe he's angry. I can't tell. But so it's another one of his poses. I think this is his ledge. Oh, and I dropped him. This is his ledge. It's like whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, he does that. So that's cool. What the hell else did I do? Okay, this is the 9 hammer or the Judgment Hammer. Damn it! Wait. Okay, there we go. This is the Judgment Hammer. All right, it's stuck on 9. So this is the instant kill. This is like, Sonic is like, bing, and it goes flying, and then Dr. Mario goes, bing, and it goes flying. That's how the 9 hammer works. Judgment, I believe it's also known as Judgment. Yes. And last but not least, the parachute. After his third jump, he comes gliding down. Really, in retrospect, I should have done the 9 hammer first, but whatever. So, Game & Watch. And so, these are my Amiibos. What I have of them, I'm not planning on getting that many more of them. I'm definitely going to get Cloud and Bayonetta. If I find Mega Man, Rosalina, or Samus, I'll get them. But, I like these guys. This is like the most brilliant marketing scheme that Nintendo has ever done. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but I do find these little statues bloody brilliant, and it really is. Once you buy one, you have to get others. You kind of just get hooked on it. And I caught the sickness, man. I caught the Amiibo disease. So that happens sometimes, So yeah, that was my toy review of my Amiibo collection. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to try to get my other videos up as quickly as I can, as soon as I get my computer working properly. And, I'm Jimclassic, and you've been... Hold on. Yeah, come in.